Hola pequeños, bienvenidos a nuestra tercera y última cápsula del periodo de recuperación. Número 1. Resuelve cada uno de los ejercicios que se han preparado relacionados con el tema de la semana. Número 2. Recuerda que es una actividad por día y los ejercicios deberás realizarlos en tu cuaderno con fecha, nombre y margen, o bien en los libros correspondientes escribiendo en ellos la fecha, también con lápiz. No olvides que todos los días tienes actividades de reforzamiento en la plataforma para realizar por la tarde. Recuerda enviar fotos en formato PDF ordenadas de tus actividades el día viernes al correo electrónico proporcionado. Recuerda también que tienes actividades extras. El día lunes y miércoles necesitas enviar una nota de audio por WhatsApp de la lectura en voz alta de Animals Group de la página 31 de Science Book. Está para el día lunes. Y el miércoles Getting Sleep, página 44 de Science Book, el día miércoles. El martes y jueves que mamá o papá te dicten 20 palabras de tu lista de vocabulario de Spelling Bee, envíalo al final de la semana como evidencia, ya calificado por un adulto y corregido. En caso de haber errores, realízalo en tu cuaderno de dictado. El viernes debes de hacer cálculo mental de 10 reactivos. Puedes utilizar más, menos o multiplicación. Y envíalo al final de la semana como evidencia, ya calificado por un adulto. También realízalo en tu cuaderno de dictado. Deberás enviar 12 evidencias de trabajo esta semana. ¿Ok? Bueno, ahora vamos a ver lo de esta semana. Are you ready? Are you ready to talk in English? So, let's review. Vocabulary, seasons of the year, months, verbs, adverbs, simple present, and animals. Okay? So, seasons of the year. A season is a division of the year marked by changes of weather. Okay? They are spring from March to June, summer from June to September, autumn from September 21 to December 20, and winter from December to March. Okay, so now listen to the video about the seasons. After the video, open your student's book, page 117. Listen and write the seasons. So, remember here I had fall, spring, winter, and summer. In the, they skate on ice. In the, he rides his bike. In the, she likes to swim. In the rake leaves. And also, page 118. You have to write about you, okay? What do you do in the winter? I always play at home in the winter. I never go to the mountains in winter, okay, for example. What do you do in the summer? What do you do in the fall? What do you do in the spring? Okay, you have to complete these questions. So now, on Tuesday, you have to copy in the notebook the following table. You have to write the month corresponding to each season. Remember that the seasons are winter, spring, summer, and autumn, okay? So now let's go to workbook page 92. You have to read and match, okay? So in this case, in my country, December and January are in the spring, in the summer, in the fall, or in the winter. Okay? So listen, circle, and match. On May Day, children in England hold wishes, ribbons, and dance around a tree or a pole. So do it properly, please. Also, on Tuesday, you have to divide a sheet in four and you have to illustrate according to your country the seasons of the year and write something about each of them. Okay, for example, here we have spring is super hot. Okay, so now let's go to Wednesday. What do you have to do on Wednesday? You have to listen to the video about the month's dates. Okay? So now here we have some questions. You have to copy these questions in your notebook and you have to answer and illustrate them. What do you do in winter? What do you do in summer? What do you do in spring? What do you do in autumn? In which season do you celebrate Christmas? For example, what do you do in winter? I stay at home in winter. I love to stay at home. Okay, so now let's go to workbook, page 90. Look, read, and circle the correct. Look at the calendar, then read and circle. Do they have a New Year's party in June? No, they always have a New Year's party in June. Oh, no, they never have a New Year's party in June. You have to read properly, okay? So, when you finish that, let's go to page 91. Look and write always or never. For example, always. In winter, I always skate on ice. I always have a party in spring. I always swim in summer. I always visit my cousins in fall. I never ride my bike in winter. I never go on vacations in spring. I never go to school in summer. I never celebrate New Year's in fall. Okay? Read the sentences and answer them, please. So now, Thursday. So do you remember the last class we saw the adverbs of frequency? So remember that the adverbs of frequency expresses the frequency about we do something, okay? Let's review them. We have always, usually, normally, often, sometimes, occasionally, seldom, hardly ever, and never. Okay? Remember that, please. So now, on Thursday, you have to open your workbook, page 94. You have to read and match. Okay? It says, in the spring he rides his bike. Look at the picture. Okay? Check it, please. Look at the picture. In the spring he rides his bike. Okay? In the summer she likes to swim. You have to check it. Okay? So now, let's go. Here we have complete the dialogue. Okay? With always, do, don't, never, or what. So check. Here we have the words. Okay? And then draw and write about you. What do you always do in the fall? And you have to draw it. What do you never do in the spring? And you have to draw it. Okay? So now, Friday, the last day of the week, you have to listen to the story about the four seasons of the forest. Okay? When you're finished to listen that story, you have to go to the page 137 from student's book. Okay? So now you have to cut out the page, okay? And then You have to shape animals as you imagine them, okay, as you imagine, and you have to paste them in your notebook, okay? Check. Here we have an elephant with zebra. Okay, you can combine whatever you want. So now, Friday. Okay, here we have some sentences. You have to copy the questions and answer using an adverb. For example, I always go to the zoo to see the elephants in summer. I feed the animals. I go to the zoo in winter. I see the animals in spring. The birds hibernate in winter. The animals had babies in spring. Okay, so now that's okay. Let's review. This week, okay, we worked simple present. The simple present, it is used to talk about the actions that we do every day. Remember that in the simple present we have the third persons, and the third persons we have to add an extra s to the verb. Okay, for example, she likes, he works. Okay, I play. So now the adverb of frequency expresses the frequency about we do something. For example, I always read a book. I never go to the mountains. I sometimes play chess. Okay? And the seasons of the year. Remember that the seasons of the year is a division of the year marked by the changes of weather. So, sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's windy, sometimes it's raining. Okay, that is about the seasons of the year. Okay, so now that's all for today, kids. Thank you. Okay, es todo por esta semana, chicos. Agradezco enormemente el haberme permitido conocerlos, el trabajar con ustedes. Son un grupo muy, muy bonito. Los felicito. Sigan así. Mucho éxito y espero verlos pronto. Bye, bye.